if you've got a team and they're going to be making purchases at their own pocket on behalf of the company and then submitting expense reports to claim that money back, then you can use the expenses feature within Xero. This is an added extra, so it's extra cost, and it's based on a per person per month. So if that's something you want, you can add that to your subscription. And then you can come in here to get it all set up. So when you are giving user access to different people, that will be an option to give them access to expenses. You can click the button when you go through the user information. So go and check out the user video if you haven't checked that out yet. It won't show on there because that's on an account that doesn't have expenses on, but where it's got the box for projects and everything, it'll also be on there. So you can tick that and give them access. And you can click into here to look at the expense roles. Most of your team would have the submitter. If you want somebody else to approve, then you can give them the approver one. You would have the admin as a subscriber. So in the expense settings, you can give the relevant access to the relevant people. Oh, sorry, it's just the access level for the relevant people. And then you can come in here, expense claims. So do you want to give them receipt analysis? So basically this means that Xero will extract the details from the receipt. It's not 100% accurate, so you will need to double check it. But as you start learning and the company Xero starts learning, it will start working and it'll be fine. So you can turn that on or off. You may want to turn it on for your team. Again, it's entirely up to you. You then can choose the expense accounts. And this will make more sense probably once you've watched the chart of accounts video, but you can choose which expense accounts you want to give them access to, so which ones they can tick for what their expense could be. These would be the default ones, and you can come in and change it. So you can edit, and you can then just tick the ones you do and don't want. So go through. To be fair, most of them will be ticked. They will be quite typical. You may want to add in IT software consumables if they're buying a mouse or some keyboard or something. There's no way they're ever going to be buying employees' national insurance. So if you've got that, definitely untick it. And just go through whichever ones. They may be staff training, they may be buying their own training thing, whatever. So yeah, you can go through and choose which ones you want to have on there. Basically what this does is, instead of them, obviously make sure you click done. What this does is, instead of them having all of the accounts to choose from, you're limiting. So it just makes it a little easier for them to choose what it is that they're saying that they've bought, what reimbursement for, rather than having to go through all of the accounts to work it out. So it could be, again, this will make more sense when we go into the chart of accounts video, but it could be they wouldn't be buying, very unlikely to be buying buildings, to be fair, but very unlikely they'd be buying their own office equipment or computer equipment, which would be classed as an asset at that level. They may be buying their own chair, for example, or desk if they're working from home that you reimburse them for. But you may therefore want to take out the asset one so that they only put it through as an expense. What they will need to do is they'll need to be 100% sure beforehand on where it should go. So again, before they submit it, that will need to be double checked that they're putting it to the right place. For mileage claims, you probably only want to have travel on here, to be fair. So I would take out all of them. Apart from the travel. Because if it's mileage, it is only going to go to travel. So done. Obviously, wouldn't be So when you need the full chart of accounts, it'll be on here. And I'll show you when we do the chart of accounts, I'll show you where you can change that as well. So that's how to change that. And then if there's any specific labels you want to be used in the expense claims, for example, if they're for a specific event, or specific trips, special projects that they're working on, you can add labels which they can add to their expense claims as well. So that's setting up the expenses settings.